Hi, thank you for joining me. This is The Lost Word by Jason Gray. 5/6/2025, 6025 Anno Lucis. The Word was never truly lost. It was not in books. It was not lost in ruins. It was not lost in bloodlines or secret codes. It was not lost beneath cathedrals or pyramids. The lost Word, the one that everyone keeps searching for, was hidden in the only place it could not be stolen. It was hidden in the center of your silence. Not in the silence of absence, but in the silence of your origin. It was hidden in your first breath before breath had shape. It was hidden in your knowing that never needed to be spoken. You did not remember the word with your mind. You felt it when you stopped needing to define anything at all. The word that was never meant to be spoken. They called it many things. Some gave it letters. Some veiled it in symbol. Some tried to speak it aloud in sacred chambers. The word was never a sound. It was always a state of resonance, a frequency that moves through being without ever touching form. It could not be written because it was the thing that existed before writing. It could not be spoken because it lives beneath language. The word is not pronounced. It is only recognized, when the false self becomes so still that it vanishes completely. The echo that you always heard. You have always known it, not when chanting, not in ceremony, not even in peak spiritual moments. You have known it in the silence that followed heartbreak. You have heard it in the stillness after letting go. You have felt it in the breath after surrender. You have seen it in the quiet gaze of someone who never needed to understand you. That was the word, not spoken, just being with you, waiting patiently until you could finally hear yourself again. Why was it hidden? It was not taken from you. It was never gone. To live in this world, you had to forget it, or else the illusion would not hold. You had to learn separation so that when you finally remembered, you would remember not just the word, but what it truly means to embody it once again. The word was hidden not as punishment, it was hidden as an invitation not to find it, but to become ready to remember it once more. When we're ready to remember, it returned without any effort whatsoever, like a scent from your childhood, like a dream you did not know you had forgotten. The word is a vibration, not a victory. You did not achieve the word. You did not receive it as a reward. You did not earn it through devotion. You become so transparent, so present, and so surrendered that it began to flow through you once again. It did not return as doctrine. It did not return as dogma. It returned in how you walk. It returned in how you love. It returned in how you held space without speaking. It returned in how you always left behind more than you took. The word returned when you no longer needed it to prove anything. You are the living syllable. This is the truth you cannot unknow, that you are never waiting for the word. The word was waiting for you to stop calling yourself anything else. It is not external. It does not appear in visions, and it could never be taught. It only revealed itself in the moment you finally laid down every title, every identity, and every vision of you that thought you had to be more. It revealed itself in the breath that did not need to become anything, and there it spoke once again. Silently, unshakably, you are that word, the voice that does not speak. Now, in this very moment, close your eyes, not to seek, but to cease seeking. Breathe. Listen, not for a sound, but for what has always been there. The word is not trying to tell you something. It is not a code. It is not a message. It is who you are when you stop trying to become. The recovery was a return. You did not find the lost word. You did not need to. You remembered that the word was never a word. It was always a presence. It was always a stillness. It was always a homecoming. Now, as you live, move, speak, and love, you no longer have to ask how to awaken. You simply walk as the one who carries the fire that cannot be extinguished because it was never lit. The fire was always there. Jason Gray. This is so beautiful because it falls directly in line with the 000 reading that I did yesterday regarding what is total awareness. I can't even call it the state of total awareness. I can't even, it's just total awareness. And once you experience it, you understand that that's what this is about as well. Truly, truly beautiful. I appreciated this so much today. Thank you, Jason. Thank you so much for these gifts you give us every day. They're incredible. They are appreciated. All right. Thank you. I'll see you next time.